Why are you getting online begging for stuff, thinking you're entitled to free stuff because you have followers? Stop.
Why am I doing that? Why am I begging for sponsorships again? I'm not begging for sponsorships.
First of all, Subway, it is a crime that you have not sponsored me yet. The third year in a row that the Chiefs have made it to the Super Bowl, and I have not been invited by the Super Bowl, by the Chiefs, by any brands. Yeah, it feels personal at this point. It really does. If you are from a brand, any brand, and you are coming across this video, I beg you to please watch.
You're not begging? If you needed any more evidence that this person thinks that she's better than you because she has more followers than you, I don't know what you'd be looking for, because there's nothing else that needs to be said. So the other day I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw something come across my For You page that genuinely pissed me off. Just when I think that influencers can't get any more entitled and out of touch, they do the impossible. They get more entitled and more out of touch. And this might be one of the more delusional and out of touch influencers that I have ever seen. So the entitled influencer in question that we're gonna be discussing today is this person right here. This is Noel Cheney, also known as Noel Loves Sloths on TikTok. She has almost 6 million followers, okay? This is important information. When you have this many followers, you are making a ton of money off of social media. She's also a full-time high school teacher. I don't know what subject she teaches, but she's got a lot of followers for doing like school lunch videos. Like she eats the lunch at school in her classroom and talks, I guess. She also has 1.37 million subscribers on YouTube as well. So she's on multiple platforms and she's got a huge following on all of these different platforms. This is somebody who's making a ton of cash on social media. So you can imagine everyone's surprise when she got on her TikTok the other day and begged brands to send her free stuff for her bachelorette party.
If you are from a brand, any brand, and you are coming across this video, I beg you to please watch.
A brand, any brand. She doesn't care. Any brand, guys.
I doubt this will get any traction, but I'm just going to try because I am planning my bachelorette weekend. It's coming up in a couple months and I'm so freaking excited. And I'm not gonna tell all y'all exactly where I'm going yet, but I will say we are going to the beach because I love the beach. And I'm working on putting some gifts together for all of my guests, my best friends in the world that are so graciously coming on this trip with me and spending money to be with me. And the way I view this trip is, yes, it's my bachelorette, but like, I view it more as like I'm thanking my friends for walking into my life.
You guys, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'll ever get over the fact that someone who has this many followers is getting on here and begging for free stuff. She can pay for it her damn self. Okay, this is insane. And I have to also say, I have never ever seen an influencer do this. If this is a thank you to your friends for spending money in your wedding, which I'm sure is costing them an arm and a leg, why is it up to the brands to have to thank them for you and give you free stuff to give to them? How about you thank them with your money? Okay, are we insane?
And changing my life for the better, being my inspiration, being my motivation, and just being such great friends to me. So this trip is really a thank you to them because they're spending money to be with me.
It's a thank you to them, but I can't be bothered to buy them stuff with my own money. You can't make it up.
Some of them are in my wedding and I just love them all so much. So I want to give them the best weekend ever. Everything that my maid of honor, my sister, and I are planning, like we are keeping everybody, the whole group in mind. Like it's not just only what I want to do. It's like things that, yes, that I would like to do, but that I also think the group would like to do as well. Really want their gifts to be amazing. My sister and I have already like decided on some things we want to try to give them. But if there's any brands out there that want to take part in some gifting, and I've obviously like, I will post all about you and love you forever and support you forever.
I will post about you and love you forever and support you forever. So let me just get this straight. Like this is just purely from a viewer's perspective, okay? Why would you ever trust this person's endorsement of a product when they've explicitly said, I don't care what brand it is, I will support you in perpetuity? Who says that? No matter what this brand does in the future, I will support you because you sent me free stuff. Where's the integrity here in saying this? This is by definition, you're selling out. I don't care who's sending me this stuff. As long as you send it, I'll love you forever and I'll shout you out. And it's like, it's so inauthentic. There's no integrity in this. And as a viewer, me watching you, hearing you say that, I will never trust anything you say ever again. Because why would I? Because you've been basically, essentially paid off or, incentivized to say this and endorse these products, which you've never tried. You've never tried these products and you're just doing a shot in the dark like, hey guys, send me whatever and, whatever it is, I'll promote it. What? This is a problem. This trend of influencers asking for free things and in return saying that they'll give their glowing endorsement of a product. We can't be doing this, okay? This can't be happening anymore.
But just direct message me if you're interested or you have any ideas. I'm just so excited to thank my girls for sticking with me. So, yeah.
So here were some of the comments. These are from her viewers. So it says 5.8 million followers and a full-time job. You pay for it, babes. Almost 400 likes on that comment. Exactly. These people have enough money. Asking for free stuff on top of that is straight up greed. Pay for it your damn self. This is a whole mess, okay? Getting up on here and talking like this and asking for free things. It's just insane. Somebody said, stays begging for brand sponsors. Somebody said, y'all are weird. We all know teachers are underpaid and overworked. Why wouldn't you want to help her get deals with brands? Once again, we cannot live in delusion, okay? All of us. If you have this many followers on social media, you are making a ton of money. Okay. By the way, I 100% agree. I think most people agree that teachers are underpaid and overworked. 100%. We agree on that. This is not one of them, okay? I would love to see teachers get free stuff from brands just for being teachers. Not to mention, she's not asking for her classroom. She's asking for her bachelorette party, okay? She's not asking for the students in her class. She's asking for her friends and her bridal party so they can go to the beach. This person can buy it themselves, okay? Let's step into reality. They say at the end, why wouldn't you want to help her get deals with brands? As a viewer, I do not want to help influencers get deals with brands. First of all, that's not my job, okay? You go out and you email people, okay? Do some work behind the scenes. Reach out to people, network, okay? That's part of your job. But also, I'm not helping an influencer get brand deals, okay? And get more money when they have promised, once again, a glowing review. They don't even know where the brand is coming from. They've never tried it before. I'm not helping somebody get one over on me. No, sorry, I'm not doing it. So he said, they said no. Somebody else said, this is embarrassing. Here's another one. From a PR standpoint, your content doesn't really align with brands who scream bachelorette. She replied and said, I post about brands outside of food on Like to Know It and IG every day. Hope this helps. By the way, you are soon about to learn she's trying to be snarky with the hope this helps comment. This person's offering her good advice because as a viewer, yeah, her content doesn't really align with what brands are probably looking for or what would make sense for brands to invest in if her content is not really salesy kind of content. That's not really what she is. She eats lunch at school. She does teacher skits. Like, that's what people are interested in. What I see from this is her audience telling her, we're not really interested in seeing that kind of stuff from you. And it probably wouldn't sway me to buy anything, which would be the whole point of why a brand would want to invest in the first place. Here's a good one. Shimmy said, if you're thanking them, then shouldn't you pay? Exactly. She says, we are planning on buying several things. Just thought I would ask if any brands want to gift anything beyond what we are already buying. I'm seeing another trend on social media right now that is concerning that I think we really got to get ahead of. The bridal party stuff, the wedding stuff, it's getting out of control. I think a lot of people are seeing influencers go way over the top for their bachelorette parties, and now it's making everybody else feel like they have to do that too. Guys, you do not, okay? If you bought, like she said, we already bought them several things, that's enough. End it there, okay? Because it's this trend of like, we're over consuming on things, just throwing as much stuff as we can get at people. Then we're asking brands for free stuff on top of that, We don't need to be doing this. I think this is an influencer driven trend right now that's, once again, trending in the wrong direction. Someone said, you have almost 6 million followers and a full-time job. How can you not reach out to brands and pay yourself? I'm so confused. And she says, I have already put a lot of money into this. If you had watched the whole video, you would know that we have already paid for everything ourselves. First of all, most people pay for everything themselves for their own weddings. Yeah, believe it, okay? That doesn't make you entitled to free stuff because you have followers. Somebody said, girl, stop begging for stuff. Exactly. The optics of doing this in front of your followers as well is wild. Somebody said, girl, I think they're supposed to reach out to you. Yeah, thanking your friends by begging for free goods, laughing emoji. Somebody said, I have secondhand embarrassment for her, big yikes. People that have money begging for free things will always baffle me. Yeah, please. It's gross. This person said, I paid for everything. If you cannot afford it, don't have a batch. Clearly there's something wrong if you're asking for free stuff. Okay. Somebody said, wait, what the hell? Hey, all brands. I teach and work 2 jobs and I'm a mom. If you want to gift me too. They said, this is beyond, like probably beyond insane. Yeah. Oh, it is. Somebody said this screams desperation. So she made a clapback video addressing anyone who was rightfully horrified by her shamelessly begging for stuff that she doesn't need. And here was the caption. Once again, the haters are taking over my comment section, all because I tried to shoot my shot with brands so I could give back to my amazing friends on my batch. It's crazy.
Video I made yesterday definitely ruffled some feathers in the comments. Not really sure why. Not doing anything different than what most influencers and content creators do.
I've literally never seen an influencer outright beg for stuff. Shaking a tin cup saying, give me stuff, give me free stuff.
I made a video where I just said, if you're a brand and you want me to promote your products or feature you on my social media platforms, DM me. I'm hosting a bachelorette at the beach and I'm making some gifts for my guests. If you want to be part of that, awesome, direct message me. The amount of comments in my comment section saying, I'm so embarrassing, I'm so desperate, why am I doing that? Why am I begging for sponsorships again? I'm not begging for sponsorships.
If you are from a brand, any brand, and you are coming across this video, I beg you to please watch.
You're not begging?
I don't understand why when I do completely normal things that all influencers and content creators do.
We got to stop this. If this is normal for influencers and content creators to do, we need to seriously and quickly make it not normal. Why are you getting online begging for stuff, thinking you're entitled to free stuff because you have followers? Stop. Shamelessly begging for stuff. It's concerning that she sees other people doing this, allegedly. Once again, I've never seen somebody do this before. Like, genuinely, I'm not. But if she sees people doing this and she thinks that that's an inspirational, aspirational content, it's a problem.
Why it's such a big deal when I do them, but nobody bats an eye when others do. I follow so many other influencers who do this on a regular basis.
Why are you following influencers who are doing this?
And guess what? They get a lot of gifts from brands from those videos. I literally watched 2 separate influencers who made videos complaining about how they never got invited on Tarte trips, and now they've both been invited on multiple Tarte trips.
So she saw videos of influencers complaining, her words, not mine, complaining about not getting to go on a Tarte trip, and then they got invited. And she saw that as, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna complain.
So I don't know why everyone's acting like this is such a crazy thing to do. In the video, I literally talked about how much I love my friends and how I am making gifts for them and I'm already put a lot of my own money into it. And I was just saying that if
I already put a lot of my own money into it. Girl, you and everybody else. You're not entitled to free stuff because you have followers. I'm sorry. Pay for it.
Brands want to be included, that would be so amazing and I'd be so grateful. And to just let me know if they want to gift my friends anything. Literally none of it is for me. My bachelorette trip that I'm planning is for my friends, and I just thought it would be so cool to have some brands in on it if they wanted to be. I don't know why I always have to defend myself for this. Like, I don't know why it's such a double standard for me versus other influencers, but I'm doing my best out here, and I just want my friends to have the best experience on my bachelorette. That's all I was hoping for.
This person is, by the way, a professional victim, and cannot take accountability. Okay, she's making this video because it ruffled some feathers, right? Her own audience is telling her, hey, We don't like this, okay? We don't like you begging for stuff. Go back to making a lunchtime video. Okay, stay in your lane. They want that. They don't want to see you doing these things. It's not a double standard. No one wants to see this. Once again, the haters are taking, no, it's your followers, girl. It's your followers.
If people get mad at that, then that is their problem and they have their own issues to sort out.
No, girl, it's actually your problem. If your audience is telling you that they don't like what you're doing, it's your problem. So here were some of the responses to that. Okay, once again, they're not happy. So they said, you're not an influencer. You're not purchasing items with your own money to review for us. You make lunch videos. You don't bring any value to the brands you are hoping to receive free gifts from. I don't know if I actually agree with her not being an influencer because she's got all the hallmarks of an entitled, out of touch influencer. She's playing the part very well. I think that she's actually more like an influencer, unfortunately, than most people I've seen on the internet, actually. Somebody said, I haven't seen influencers making videos asking for free PR stuff. She says, I see it every day. Every day you're seeing influencers asking for free stuff, making begging videos. No. Someone said, because it seriously came off as begging. I have never seen a video like that ever. DM them behind the scenes. Yeah, DM, email. This is your job. If you want stuff, okay, and if you have the pre-existing connections with brands, which you should, and if you've used products that you know you want to include in your little goodie bags, then privately message them, okay? But doing this in front of other people is insane. That's not anyone's job. It's your job. Do your job. Somebody said, but why do you deserve a Tarte trip? You don't even wear or use makeup. Regardless, if it's for your friends, you aren't a makeup influencer. And then she replies, I wear Tarte all the time. I used to post about it a lot, but people were bullying me in my comments, so I stopped. Okay, a couple things here. I feel like this comment is her acknowledging that she wants to go on a Tarte trip and thinks that she deserves to go on a Tarte trip, which is crazy. You have to look at what your audience is saying. Your audience is telling you, I don't want to see makeup content from you. They want lunch videos. I don't know why, but they want lunch videos. They don't want to see makeup stuff. So it's like thinking that you're entitled to go on a brand trip because you have followers. It's just out of touch. It's so entitled. It's crazy. Somebody said, ha ha ha, girl, you are trying too hard. Privately DM the companies. And then she replies, all influencers are tryhards and extra and doing too much. That's literally how they became successful. Shake my head. Get a life. So they became successful because they begged for free things. You really think that? Okay, what's going on up there? It's delusion. Someone else said, it's one thing for brands to send things to an influencer, not send multiple gifts for their bridal party and bachelorette party. That's tacky to ask. Influencers don't ask and beg. Companies choose. Then she comments back and says, it's actually not tacky at all. And I see creators every day that do the same exact thing. Get a life. I mean, these are people that are following her, that are giving her solid advice from their point of view about how they feel about the video that she made. And she's telling them to get a life. So somebody said, but you're not an influencer. And somebody said, do you honestly think you're equally matched as other influencers to be invited on one of those Tarte trips? Be for real. She has a very specific kind of content that's not really suited for stuff like this. Someone said, because you're not an influencer, you eat lunch in front of a camera. That isn't an influencer. Somebody else said, no hate, but truth. You review school lunches. I mean, you may if you get sponsored, but you're not an influencer. The people have spoken. Somebody else said, y'all gifts should go to people who actually can't afford it, not people who can. That's how wealthy people will always remain wealthy. Yeah, I mean, they said it. Not me. Most don't beg. Somebody else said, I think it could have been worded better. I think the video should have not been made at all, but yeah. And then somebody said, I don't know, I guess it was giving entitled. Real influencers don't beg. Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that in her original post, she wrote, brands and small businesses, please watch. I'd love to feature you and promote your products on my batch trip. Personally, I find this to be extremely performative because the best way to actually support small businesses, and if you actually wanted to help them, you would buy the stuff, especially when you have the financial means to do so. The best way to support a small business is to actually buy their stuff, not requiring them or asking them to provide free things to an entire bridal party. That is not support, especially, like I said, when you have the means to do so. That is how I know all of this is performative. She wants a pat on the back to say, hey, I'm helping small business, when she's actually not doing that. The small business would be taking a bigger risk than she is. She's getting the better end of this deal. She gets free stuff from them. And all of this is confirmed by one of her recent posts where she says she wants to lift up small business businesses, but doesn't even post them on her TikTok account, which is her biggest platform. She posted on her smallest platform, which is Instagram. Once again, if you actually wanted to help them, you would buy their stuff with your money. And all she's doing is spam posting them on her Instagram story, which goes away after 24 hours. Guys, learn to recognize when someone is being performative right in front of you. She's playing in your face. She wants people to pat her on the back, and instead she's actually exploiting small businesses. Then I came across this video, and thankfully I did, because it provided even more context to how out of touch this person actually is.
So I'm going to tell you why it feels like a double standard. If you recall, there was a video, Noel, that you did, I don't even know how long ago it was, but it was a poppy video. You basically said that the influencers that received the poppy, they weren't deserving of that. They weren't deserving of the sponsorship just because you were like, they probably don't even use it. Where I actually use the product.
Here she is again. First of all, it's insane to say out loud, they don't even use it and I do, so I deserve it. I mean, what a wild thing to say. So she clearly has this complex about her where she thinks because I have followers, I deserve X, Y, and Z, and other people don't.
I will just never forget you watching that video, and I used to watch a lot of your videos, but that will always be embedded in my head that you got up on camera and was like, you don't even know if these other influencers use the product or not, but you made sure you made that statement. And it was just because you didn't receive a poppy sponsorship. And I can't find that video, or I would clip it in here. I don't know if you deleted it.
She deleted it. It's a trend of hers where she will go back and delete things.
Or if it's just a video that happened a long time ago. But that video did happen, and so maybe you're not doing anything now. I haven't watched you in a while, but that will always be embedded in my brain that you got up on camera and got mad at other influencers for receiving a poppy sponsorship while you did not.
I was intrigued by this comment because it led me to do some more digging. So it says, Noel, please delete this. This is not you. It's disappointing. So it got me thinking, is this really her? You know, is this just a one-time thing? Well, no. Actually, this does seem to be exactly like something that she would do because she's done it before many times. And this comment led me down a rabbit hole. So it says, it's the way you do it. Like how you begged a brand to send you to the Super Bowl. And then when your team lost, you posted a video saying, thank goodness I didn't go, which you deleted. Let's take a look at that now, shall we?
The fact that it is the third year in a row that the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, the city in which I live, the third year in a row that the Chiefs have made it to the Super Bowl, and I have not been invited by the Super Bowl, by the Chiefs, by any brands. Yeah, it feels personal at this point. It really does.
You think that you should be invited by the Super Bowl? By the Super Bowl? You think the Kansas City Chiefs should invite you to the Super Bowl? You specifically. Wait a minute. This is the craziest, most delusional thing I've ever seen in my life. She's dead serious, by the way. Oh, well, don't worry. We'll get to that. This is not a parody. This is not her being funny or facetious or anything along those lines. No, she's 100% dead serious. And she goes, it's personal at this point that I have not been invited to the Super Bowl. Girl, do you think you're going to sit with Taylor Swift in her suite? What's going on? If you want to go so bad, pay for it.
I go to the games. I post about going to the games.
By the way, she's posting evidence of herself at the games. This is how I know that this is not a prank. She had to go back and collect this.
I wear my Chiefs gear every single week on Fridays and sometimes on other days too. Sundays, obviously, as well. I don't know what else I have to do. I am such a huge fan. Ever since I have moved onto Kansas City soil, which I have been living in the Kansas/Kansas City area for almost 10 years now. Ever since I moved here, I've been a Chiefs fan. Not only that, I've been a football fan my entire life.
Girl, you in like half the country. The caption says, please, if you're a brand and you want to work together, I would be more than, happy, whatever.
Huge football fan. I watch 6 hours of football every single Sunday. Like, it is my life. I love it so much. And I post about it a lot. And so the fact that I haven't been invited, yeah, I'm heartbroken, especially when I get to see all of these amazing influencers who get invited every year and they have no connection to either team involved in the Super Bowl and sometimes no connection to football whatsoever.
So here she is again, saying explicitly, these other influencers don't deserve it as much as I do. You've got internal problems that you've got to figure out, okay? Every person you see, you think that person doesn't deserve it. I do, because I have, 6 million followers on TikTok. First of all, who cares? This line of thinking is a real problem, okay? Seriously. Influencers that are going around thinking this, genuinely thinking it's personal at this point that the Super Bowl is not sending me and these other people that have no connection to these teams are going. Do you know that most people watch football? Do you know that most people would want to go to the Super Bowl? It's the most televised event. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, I want to be invited. So just take this as my application. Brands. I love to eat. I love to drink. I love everything.
You and everybody else. I love to eat and drink. Like, me too. Where's my Super Bowl ticket? Why am I not sitting on the 50-yard line? This is beyond.
So that won't be an issue. So if you want to bring me to the Super Bowl in New Orleans this year, I am also a huge Chiefs fan. You will not regret it. I promise. Yeah, it feels personal that I haven't been invited, honestly. It feels personal. I know it's not, but it feels that way. Go Chiefs.
These are the comments. And who are you? She comments back, the person whose video you took time out of your day to comment on. Somebody said, what if you just bought a ticket? Yeah, buy a ticket. Once again, we've got problems, okay? If you want to do something so badly, buy it yourself. Work for it, okay? Save money, set it aside so you can do the things that you want to do. Stop expecting other people to foot the bill for the things that you want. Just stop. She replies back, girl, do you know how expensive those are? Yeah, everyone knows. Clearly you don't care that much if you haven't shelled out the money yet. So the burden's on brands to get you there. Somebody said, wait, why would you get tickets? I'm confused. I'm confused too. Somebody said, you and millions of others. Yeah, this is funny. Somebody said, I lived in the KC area for 23 years, been to several games, have always watched the games, wear Chiefs gear. Where are my tickets? Yeah. How about the tickets for people that maybe have actually lived there that long and aren't just bandwagon fans? And then somebody replies back, where are your nearly 6 million followers? Thank God for Hannah with the peace emoji. Oh, because someone has followers, they deserve to be gifted Super Bowl tickets. Yeah, and then somebody said influencers who have lots of followers get to go on plenty of brand trips. So yeah, this is the problem with all of this, okay? This is the thing that I feel like is so important about discussing this. People who think that they are better than other people and that they deserve to do things in life over other people because they have followers, solely based on the fact that they have followers. It is one of the most disgusting trends that I have seen since the internet started, is people thinking that they're above other people because of their followers. Clearly that's what's happening here. After watching her beg to go to the Super Bowl, saying it's a personal attack on her, she's the world's biggest fan, you can imagine my surprise when I saw her not too long ago on her TikTok once again, trying to get Alex Earl to go to her family's tailgate at the Packers versus Dolphins game. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, this is the world's biggest Chiefs fan. So why is she going to the Packers and Dolphins game?
Okay, hear me out. So for years, my uncle and his friends host a tailgate with a Packer ambulance that they own. Go Pack Go. Let's get Alex Earl to our tailgate.
Go Pack Go. Didn't you just say go Chiefs? What's going on? What are you doing at a Packers game? This is not adding up.
Did Alex Earl come to my family's tailgate for the Packer game on Thanksgiving at the ambulance? No, she did not. I wear my Chiefs gear every single week on Fridays.
Girl, what's this, right? You can imagine my surprise when I see this. You might wear your Chiefs gear every Friday, but you wear your Packers gear every other day that ends in Y. I thought you were the world's biggest Chiefs fan and you deserve to go to the game. Look, obviously it's a joke. Like, who freaking cares, okay, that she's a fan of two different teams. Personally, I've never seen the world's biggest fan wear multiple teams' NFL jerseys and shirts and memorabilia. You're not even the fan that you say you are, and you're saying things out loud like other people don't deserve to go, and it's a personal attack on me when you're not even wearing Chiefs gear exclusively. This is crazy.
Okay, I want to talk about the fact that anytime I post a video, anything relating to wanting to go on a brand trip or wanting to work with a brand, and people comment things like, "You're so thirsty, what are you doing? Like, this is so embarrassing for you." And why is it that you're saying that? Because when other influencers do that, it's totally fine.
No, it's not. And they're saying that because they're your followers and they don't like what you're doing.
Do you know how many big creators that I have seen complain about not getting to go on a Tarte trip, and then the next Tarte trip they're literally on it?
Here's the Tarte trip thing again. We're bringing it up again. This girl really wants to go on a Tarte trip. Okay, guys, Tarte, please reach out already so we don't have to hear about it. It concerns me that she really genuinely thinks that throwing a tantrum is the way that she's going to get what she wants. And the comment that she's specifically replying to is the fact that they're like, "Who are you?" Like you don't have 5.8 million followers. She is co-signing that comment, okay? She's co-signing it by replying to it. Because she actually writes down here, "Shout out to this commenter for keeping things positive." So she's like, yeah, you know what? I do have 5.8 million followers. Girl, with great power comes great responsibility. And especially because you're a teacher and you're showing people that throwing a tantrum and begging for stuff and not buying it with your own damn money is the way to go about things. You should be ashamed.
Or like not complaining about being on a Tarte trip, but like wanting to go on one and expressing that in their videos. And then the next Tarte trip, they were literally on it. I didn't see any negative comments on those videos. So why is it the negativity on me when I put forth legit evidence as to why I'm a huge Chiefs fan, why I would be so honored with the opportunity?
You're half a Chiefs fan. The other half is a Green Bay Packers fan, as we discovered. And we have evidence of that as well. But it's like, this is how you know that she was dead serious about posting that the Super Bowl video. Because she's literally like, I posted legit evidence. I mean, I'm at a loss for words at the moment.
For something like this, and people are just saying I'm a pick-me. And first of all, thank you to this comment who, like, yeah, it's not even just the amount of followers. It's just the fact that, like, why can't I ask? Why can't I shoot my shot?
You are being a pick-me, though. You're literally explicitly saying other people don't deserve it and that they should pick you. Pick me, choose me over them. I deserve it. You are being a pick-me. You're actually being the ultimate pick-me. I've actually never seen something so explicit. It is about the way that you're doing it as well. It's tacky. It's uncomfortable for other people to watch. It's inauthentic, okay? It's greedy. It's entitled. You're being extremely rude and snarky to anyone that gives you solid advice and gives you feedback about that. And you're also putting down other influencers as well. Who's to say that they don't deserve to go on these trips or get these things? And you do. It's weird.
Like, why not? Just like any other influencer. I see so many influencers do it every single day and nobody complains about it.
Yes, they do.
And then they end up getting what they want. They end up getting to work with those cool brands.
She says, I see people complaining about it and then they get what they want. That's all you need to hear.
So I don't see why it's such a problem for me. And you know what I think it is? It's because I'm a teacher and people hate teachers.
I'm sorry, guys. Can we be real? Everybody loves teachers. No one says anything bad about teachers. Almost like a universal thought that everybody thinks teachers should be paid more. Everybody thinks teachers need more stuff and opportunities and like they shouldn't have to pay for their stuff in their classrooms. Like, guys, just this is crazy to say it's because I'm a teacher. People love teachers. Okay, what are you talking about?
Like, I'm sorry, maybe that's cynical, but I'm convinced that that is why. Also, I don't live in New York. I don't live out east, Miami, Philly, New York. I don't live in LA. Like, I don't live in any of those cool cities. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But I don't see why I can't shoot my shot. I don't know why that's pick me. I'm just doing my best out here. But thank you to everybody just like this person who gave me such positive comments. And I'm sure the Chiefs will never respond. And I will probably be watching the Super Bowl from my couch as planned.
Yeah, you and 127 million people watch the game from your couch. Sorry that you're mad about literally having to do stuff that everybody else does.
That's okay. That's totally okay. I love you guys.
Maybe it's not the right time, but I do feel the need to bring up that she, in a now deleted post, said that she's thankful she didn't go to the Super Bowl because the Chiefs lost. Yeah. I think a real fan would want to go no matter what. If you thought that was the end of it, it's actually not. One of the first introductions I had to this person was her Subway sandwich scandal. Yeah, the triple S. Many of you were probably hoping that I would bring this up, but what's interesting about this scandal is that I looked back on it, and if you can even believe it, she brings up being sponsored once again and is begging for sponsorship even in this scandal. So it says, today's lunch at school, it goes from bad to worse.
All right, we've got today's lunch at school. I got a wrap this time though, just to kind of switch it up. She's thick today. You're kidding me. Are you kidding me? I asked for no tomatoes and no cucumbers, and what do they give me? Tomatoes and cucumbers. I'm literally probably one of their most loyal customers, and they do this to me. Cheers.
Once again, she's the world's biggest fan of Subway. Subway is wronging her specifically. It's a personal attack on her that the order's not right.
I didn't put mayo on it either. First of all, Subway, it is a crime that you have not sponsored me yet because I literally eat Subway every single week and I videotape it every single week.
Yeah, so she made multiple videos about Subway messing her order up, and she really thinks because she eats Subway every week and that she films it for her huge, massive following that they should sponsor her. She's dead serious. Like, I'm sorry, but she's dead serious. You guys, we've seen this before, okay? This is the same exact thing. She's been doing this for years. She genuinely thinks that because she has followers, she deserves to be sponsored. She deserves a special call out from the brand. She deserves special treatment, that they should never mess up her order ever. And it says, Subway, I love you so much. This made me so sad.
Second of all, you messed up my order, completely messed it up, didn't put on my condiments, put on tomatoes and cucumbers when I asked for them to be taken off. And now, I mean, I don't even want to eat this. Like, this isn't even good anymore. How can you do this to me? Seriously, this is messed up.
Here's one of the captions. It says, before you call me ungrateful, first of all, it tasted horrible. Second of all, they also forgot the cheese. I have no words for this behavior. Once again, throwing a tantrum is what she does, but it is her knee-jerk response to any situation ever. Here's some of the comments. Oh my God, good thing you didn't overreact. 72,000 likes. How dare they make my wrap exactly how I ordered it. You seem fun to be around. Literally one of their most loyal customers. I can't. And then somebody says, so we all just came here from the duet. Laughing emoji. Yeah, the Subway worker that made this wrap incorrectly, they duetted this. Let's watch that.
You're kidding me. Are you kidding?
Hey, so I made this. That's what was on the receipt. I know that's not what you usually order because you order a lot.
I don't know if I could show my face ever again. Somebody said that's not what you usually order because you order so much. Maybe she does deserve a sponsorship. So she's the one that messed up her own order. And then she gets online talking about how Subway needs to sponsor her. And how could they do this to her? The entitlement. Unbelievable.
Okay, so I usually have an idea of what you're ordering. And when I got your receipt, I was like, this is not usually what she orders. Given I should have called you, I should have called the number on your receipt.
Girl, should have called you. This is sad that a Subway employee thinks that they need to call a customer.
But with Subway receipts, we just make whatever's on the receipt. So I thought, oh, maybe she's switching it up today. But it just tells us what's on there. Must have been a problem with the app. Our app sucks. But I just make what's on the receipt and I put it on the shelf. I'm sorry.
I'm going a little bit too far with this, but another problem as well is like she's got such an ego. Her first thought was, I'm going to make not one, but 2 videos about how Subway messed up my order and how they're doing me wrong and like trying to get a sponsorship out of this fiasco. Oh my God, somebody got my order wrong. She didn't even consider that, oh, maybe I made the mistake. Let me check my order and see what I ordered. Instead, she wanted to immediately blame it on Subway and the Subway employees. This person's out of touch. Somebody said, as a former Subway employee, Subway regulars are insane. Yeah, I'm sure. You order a lot of fighting words. Should have called. You were doing your job. Exactly. Take back your apology right now. You gave her what she ordered. Exactly. Somebody said she's going to cuss you out like at her students. Yeah, there's a video out there of her cussing her students out. You can go look that up if you want, but it's not for today's video. Yeah, you did not need to call. Like, it's not your fault. She was entitled AF, as if humans don't make the sandwiches from Subway. As if you didn't put in the own order yourself. I mean, really. She's complaining, expecting you to personally pay attention to her. She better at least tip well. Exactly.
Okay, so I don't have a physical copy of the receipt, but I do have a screenshot. You can see
the actual receipt. We have receipts. Literally and figuratively, we have receipts. I love it.
her name up there. And then you can see the veggies. Like, this is the only thing that I followed. Lettuce, tomato, and no mayo. This happens a lot, though. So, like, if you would have called and been like, hey, my order was wrong, can you remake it? Or came in and was like, hey, my order's wrong, can you remake it? I would have been like, for sure, I will remake it for you, because that happens a lot.
She wouldn't be able to get her viral video. She wouldn't be able to blame anybody else. I guarantee you that she never thought that someone would actually bring receipts in a million years. Because I think that a lot of these influencers who think this way think that they are impervious to anything. They literally think they walk on water. And that's the problem. And that's what we're here today to ultimately discuss. Okay?
Where the app doesn't want to do what you ordered. I would have remade it. I would have remade it for her. I would have given it to her for free. Because this happens. But at least when I was there, we didn't get a phone call. She didn't come back in. But just for next time, if you come back in, we're really nice. We'll remake it for you. No questions asked, and we'll give it to you.
Let's talk about the elephant, or in this case, the big sandwich in the room.
So she had to make an apology video.
I didn't double check my order before placing it. I was in a rush trying to order it, and I think I clicked something wrong, or it glitched or something, and my special instructions got wiped out and reset.
We have evidence now that she did not check her order. And instead, her first thing that she wanted to do, let's be very clear, is she wanted to blame the Subway employee and Subway itself for personally wronging her. Once again, they've personally wronged her, the biggest Subway fan of all time.
And I just didn't realize it before I placed the order. I was so excited to eat it. I was so hungry. So when I opened my meal and realized that it wasn't what I thought I ordered, I was bummed. But I also took the opportunity to make it overly dramatic, and it just wasn't funny like I thought it would be. I made the wrong judgment call there. Although it may have come across differently, there was no negativity targeted towards any of the Subway employees.
You mean when you made a video to your massive audience calling them out, making it seem like they couldn't make a simple wrap for their biggest customer?
I see them once or twice a week. They are all super nice. I went in today to apologize to all of them, including the one who made the sandwich.
Why would you do that? If you see them 2 to 3 times a week, you really think they're not going to see that video? And they're super nice and you made a video like that? What's wrong with you?
And just to tell them that I seriously appreciate everything they do and all of their hard work. They're one of only 2 fast food chains in this town. So I just wanted to let them know that they are very appreciated.
Well, I actually finished filming this video and I was like, you know what? Let me just go see what else she's up to. Let me see if there's been any recent developments, any, new posts from her, just checking it out, whatever. And when I tell you that what I saw pissed me off more than anything I've ever seen, I actually have no words for how disgusting this person is. I don't think my opinion could get any lower, and somehow it did. So I have to show you this because it's important and I think you'll all be shocked. This is her most recent post on her TikTok. And apparently she did some kind of sponsored post with a hotel in Kansas City. So she posted this brand post onto her TikTok.
Kansas City, looking for a spot for a fun night out or a date night?
So she finally got that paid partnership that she'd been so desperately hoping for. And a lot of people were replying as much in the comments. So somebody said, looks like the partner begging played out. She replied back and said, this has been in the works for a long time, actually, because I've been a big fan of the hotel for so many years. Hope you have the day that you deserve. She's clapping back at people once again. I mean, just being nasty. It's like, just delete the comment and move on. But she can't do that because she's a deeply insecure individual. That's never been more apparent to me. And then somebody replied and said, I don't know if your reviews are authentic anymore. And I agree with this comment because, yeah, she was actively looking for brands to sponsor her. and she really didn't care which one, and she said that she would promote them any way that she could, right? This is just what people are having to say about it. You know, these comments are getting the most likes on this post, but this next comment is the one that really, it just set me off. If I had any sympathy for this person, I no longer do. So someone commented and said, "Finally got what you want. Happy now?" She replied back, "They reached out to me a long time ago for this. Have the day you deserve. User with 0 followers." User with 0 followers. If you needed any more evidence that this person thinks that she's better than you because she has more followers than you, I don't know what you'd be looking for, because there's nothing else that needs to be said. She genuinely thinks that she's better than other people. She's above other people because of her follower count. And anyone that doesn't have a big following, she discards them. And thankfully, there were people that were pushing back on this, rightfully disgusted by her comment. And they said, "That's incredibly immature coming from a teacher." Yeah, it's actually disgusting coming from a teacher that you're looking down on anybody, first of all, okay? For any reason, especially one that is extremely vapid and shallow, as having 0 followers. Like, who gives a about followers? Literally, who cares? And they also said follower count doesn't validate you as a person. No, it doesn't. Obviously, it validates her, but clearly she's looking for validation that she's not received, because she's got some deep insecurities and deep problems that I don't know can ever be resolved. I mean, this is a deeply disturbed person to even think these things and to say these things back to somebody and like talk to other human beings like this. I'm just disgusted. Somebody else said, "I'm not condoning their rudeness, but not everyone on here is here to be a creator. A lot of people just watch videos and that's it. So no need to criticize not having followers." Exactly. Do you really think that everybody wants to be like you? I think that she genuinely thinks that everybody wants to be an influencer. No, they don't actually. In fact, what is wrong with you? The audacity to say these kind of things while you're up here begging for followers and begging for free shit and begging for Super Bowl tickets. Guess what? You don't have to do that if people actually wanted you to be there. And if people actually thought that you could sell their shit. They don't think that you can. Okay, they would have reached out to you by now, but they haven't. Okay, let that sink in. Brands would have reached out to you if they felt like you could do these things, but they don't. The fact that you think you're better than anybody is crazy. Openly talking like this, I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself. Genuinely, you should be ashamed. None of this is right. What a disgusting use of a platform. Genuinely, I'm at a loss for words. Because she has gained a following, she has systematically and systemically gotten online and tried to use that to her advantage, use that to put herself on a pedestal over other people. She's become entitled because of it. She's become greedy because of it. I don't think that this is a trend that we should encourage, of influencers getting online and begging for stuff because they have followers and trying to use those followers to get them free stuff and try to like brigade brands and say, "Hey, send her this stuff," or, you know, give her stuff for a bachelorette party, or send her to Super Bowl. It's weird. Okay. And it's not just weird. It's a thought process that I think is really, really concerning if this is really the way that you think. Okay, and really the way that you're behaving. You don't complain and throw tantrums to get stuff that you want, okay? Buy it. The idea that influencers are wanting free stuff and are willingly exchanging glowing reviews, like Tarte, you know, they brought me on a trip, so now I've pledged my allegiance to them. No, you should not have that kind of relationship with brands. I don't think brands should have that relationship with influencers where they're just sending them a whole bunch of random crap. It's not working out, and we're seeing it not work out. I mean, these Tarte trips, if you guys have seen or been following along with the Tarte trips, I mean, they're a PR disaster. People are not falling for this anymore. People do not want to see inauthentic, entitled, out of touch, delusional influencers, you know, behaving like this anymore. And their audience is telling them that. And that's certainly happening in this case as well. So anyway, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I make tons of videos just like this one, and there are many more coming. Do not worry. Okay, we've got lots of ideas, especially for this month. So you might want to subscribe if you are not already. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
And I put forth legit evidence as to why I'm a huge Chiefs fan.
No.